Hey all, it is Eileen Carlucci, and tonight is Monday Mindset Reboot, and thank you for joining in tonight. I am here every Monday at 7 o'clock for Monday Mindset Reboot, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I thank you for joining in. If you're watching the replay, I hope you enjoy this live because this is a good one. With the beautiful weather here, I thought it'd be really great to talk about not just spring cleaning, but spring cleaning your whole life and what that looks like. So I wanted to hop on here tonight and share 7 really great tips to doing that, to really spring cleaning, decluttering, and cleansing all that doesn't serve you in your life right now. But first, I had started my Monday Mindset Reboot about 2 months ago, with all the heaviness that's been going on in the world. And, we've had this great resignation and people are, really kind of redesigning their life. I mean, my business is Eileen Carlucci, Redesign Your Life Coach. That's what I do. And I feel like the whole world is kind of redesigning their life right now, right? So I thought I would start this, on Monday and share powerful, inspirational tips every week with a different topic. So if you've seen my lives, I hope you enjoyed them every week and you've gotten a lot of value from them. And, if you don't know me too well, I am a lifestyle design coach. I am an author of an upcoming book, Your New Life Starts Now, that is coming out this spring and late spring. I am a wardrobe stylist and a speaker. And, people always ask me, so what does a lifestyle design coach do? And so what I really say when I work with women, I work with women in transition. I've actually had people say to me, well, what is a woman in transition? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What does a lifestyle design coach do? What's a woman in transition? And even what is a life coach? So what a life coach is, I've gone through probably about 7-8 years of very intensive training. And when I was going through this training, I realized there was so much that I didn't even know that was going on in my own head. So it's really like a discovery of what's taking you out of the game, like what's really taking you out. I see Marie. Hey, Marie. Good evening, beautiful woman. Good evening, beautiful woman back. Thank you for joining in. And that's really what coaching is all about. You really kind of discover what's holding you back in life, get crystal clear on your goals and what your intentions are for being on this planet and in this world, and really laying it out. So it happens. Like you kind of give your word to what you're going to do, right? Because we have all these goals and dreams that if you don't have a plan and, a way to measure it, it's not going to happen, right? So that's where I come in. So I work with, first we work on the mindset reset, which is retweaking the way you see things, like kind of seeing things differently in a positive way. Because, the average person, believe it or not, we have negative thoughts all day. Like we just do. We're kind of wired survival-based creatures. And it's just retweaking to the way we see things, the way we see ourselves. And it's amazing. So what I help women with is just really to be powerful and really believe in themselves. And like when you're not, the days you aren't, really how to snap into, getting out of that whole story you have about yourself and getting into action. So we work with the mindset reset. I work with money mindset. And we also get into wardrobe transformation, which is sometimes women are just not dressing for their dreams, right? They're kind of like maybe like we've been in this, wearing yoga pants and very casual clothes for 2 years now, right? So I'm hearing a lot of women say, I'm so uninspired by my clothing, And, so I say, well, are your clothes, do you feel like they're even you? Do you feel like this is the woman you want to be and the way you want to dress? Because we are getting out and about now, right? So really kind of, looking at what you have, mixing and matching and repurposing, finding the hidden gems in your closet. And then in the end, we create a wish list to fill any gaps and really kind of creating a style, aligned with where you are, right? And where you want to get to, right? So if you don't like your style, we can tweak it, but use a lot of the pieces that you already have. And then the last thing we do is creating a luxe lifestyle. When I say luxe, I don't mean full-on millionaire luxury. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying luxe is when you are living a luxe lifestyle, you get to say how your life's going to go. You know, you're very clear on where you're going in life, what you want to do, and you're very intentional about creating beauty in your home, and mixing things around and taking out your gorgeous vase out of your china cabinet and putting flowers in it, and investing in a beautiful silk robe and wonderful sheets, and again, I'm very much into repurposing things, but just making maybe everything new and fresh, and having adventures and just really living life. Like living life to the fullest is really having a luxury lifestyle, because you're deciding, you're the captain of your own ship, right? You're deciding how you want to live it. You're taking the time out for you, taking the time out to pamper and enjoy people, and think about your career path, and what isn't working in your life, and the things that you want to make happen, right? And that's where I come in. Like, where you really get crystal clear on where you're going, what you want to do, and like getting it done. And like, that's it. It's happening. There's no more, I'm too busy. There's no more, I don't have time. There's no more, like, this is it. Like, life's not a dress rehearsal. Today is all we have. And I do make my coaching very uncomplicated and fun. So we do have a lot of fun. I also see Alex. Hey, Alex. I'm so glad you ladies are watching. Thanks for joining in. So anyway, so that's, because I always get, a lot of times I get, well, tell me how you help people. So that's it in a nutshell. And the best thing I ever did was hire a life coach. I can't even tell you, and doing training programs, the difference it's made in my life. Like, I just know myself to be someone totally different than I used to, right? So it's investing in yourself is a game changer. So now we're going to transition a little bit into, and this kind of goes with, of course, investing in yourself, the topic for today. The topic is 7 steps to spring clean your life, like your whole life, not just like the decluttering. Because when we think of spring cleaning, what do we think of, right? We think of, oh, let's clean up our house. Let's clean up, the storage room in the garage. And, it's not just about that. So I'm going to share 7 tips that are really great. And really the secret to having more in life is having less, right? Because we do have a lot of clutter in our homes. We have a lot of clutter on all our devices. We have a lot of clutter hanging out in our minds, right, in our head, right? So when you really say, I'm just going to powerfully cleanse all of this, right? Like just going to cleanse my whole life. I'm actually doing that right now. You kind of get in this new kind of velocity. I can't explain it, because I don't know if what is it, that new book about the quantum leap? Like, that's how I feel. Like I've made the list of what I'm going to cleanse, and it gets done. It's on my calendar, and it's almost gotten me into this, like, I take action quick. I don't set anything too long. So when you have a plan like that, and you really get in that space of your cleansing, and you know why you want to cleanse? I see Yolanda. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Alex and Marie. You want to cleanse because you want to create space for the new. Because when you have too many things bogging you down in life, you can't create the new, because you're kind of overwhelmed by everything, right? It's like, just come into a messy house, and like, how do you create on top of that, right? So, but what I really love, about spring, I mean, yes, I say do this a few times a year, but really what's so nice about spring is like, it's just, it's like a whole, the buds are coming on the trees and everything's green, and it's just the perfect time to declutter, because it's really new. We've had the dead of winter, and then we come into this beautiful new season, and it's definitely a renewal. So we can look at it for ourselves, like we're renewing too, and we're going to create the new. So let me start with these 7 steps, and we'll dive into each one. So the first step is you may be surprised by this, but it's up here. So if you want to again cleanse it, let go of anger, resentment, and fear. And I know those are kind of tough sometimes to when we're resentful or we're angry at someone, it's really hard to, but the problem is, if you're going to keep being resentful, your emotions are gonna weigh you down, because you know when you get upset with someone, how much it weighs you down, and you just can't move forward. It's like you're on stuck island. You can't get off stuck island. Like, please, someone save me from stuck island, but you're stuck because you're choosing to stay stuck. You're choosing to stay angry. You're choosing to be resentful, giving your power away, giving your power away. So, and then fear is another thing. Like, we worry so much, and we all do it. We worry about things that haven't even happened yet. It takes so much of our time and our energy. Like, this is going to happen and that, or if I make this move. And like, just like be really present. Like the way I always tell my clients and people that I talk to, like the thing with fear is, like, again, it's all future based, right? It's like, or things that happened to us in the past, we think they're going to happen out here again, in the future. And really just stay in the present moment and enjoy the moment. And like, that saying, whatever you do today is going to help you tomorrow. So like, be right here, because it's amazing when you're present, like how a lot of that just goes away, right? Because if you, and sometimes if you can't, hey, Jen, I see Jen there too. Hey, Yolanda, thanks for joining, everybody. And so sometimes you have to get help. Sometimes we just have things in our life that are heavy, right? And we just don't know how to get out of it. Like, we could talk to our friends, but our friends sometimes just console us, and like, which we need that, but sometimes you really want to talk to a professional. So I always say, if you're struggling with something, the best thing I could say is either go to your therapist, a counselor, a life coach, a mentor, like someone that can help you. Because when you get your help, like I said, I went through probably my 8th year now of personal growth and professional development. And I've just shifted the way I see things in life. Love your makeup, looking gorgeous. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you, Jen. So that's the first thing. Let go of the anger, the resentment, and the fear, and really start concentrating on what's going on between your ears, because that's always going to take you out. When your mindset's not in a good place, you'll never be able to create anything new, because you're just going to stay stuck, right? Okay, so number 2. So clear out the physical clutter. We all know that, right? Donate, sell. Like, I've been doing a lot of that. Like, I have a daughter getting married. My son's left the nest. And I think, do I really need, like, I have a house full of stuff. And I just, and I've kept every greeting card, and I'm really thinking to myself, what am I doing? Like, I just have to part with it. And so I'll just keep a little bit of it, So I'll tell you a little bit about the plan that I made. So I actually had like all the household items I took. And if you don't have a lot of time in your day, I would say maybe space it out a week, spend 30 minutes a day and go through, say you do household, say on Monday, I'm going to spend 30 minutes just going through the household items that I could sell right off the bat or donate, however you want to do it. Then on Tuesday, you can go through, let's talk about, and I'm going to get into this a little more about your devices too. You want to make sure all that clutter, we're going to get into that. But on Tuesday, you'll go through, say, like your clothes. Like, is there anything I want to donate, sell? Hey, Carol, good to see you too. Woo woo. Got a lot of peeps on tonight. I'm so happy you all are here. So just go through, like, say, your home stuff, your, say, garage stuff, your office, whatever. Like, make a list of what you want to get rid of. That list, and I'm kind of like into this quantum leap thing where I just do things. I don't think about it. I don't like, because, I've been going through cards, which can be kind of emotional, because some of these people, they're not here anymore. You're reading a card, but I have my piles of like a bag. So I put everything nicely, and you just can't keep every card, right? So you kind of have to be really intentional. You're going to spend this much time, put the timer on, you have that much time. So that's how I start. If things are really out of hand and you're really overwhelmed, I would say hire an organizer. I've done it. It's one of the best things I've ever done. Now my closets are neat, but years ago when I was really busy when I was working and, at an office, I had to get my closets, and I did the storage room, and it was amazing. And there's Kianwa. Hey, ladies. Woo woo. So, so again, you want to make sure the first one is the mindset, let go of the anger, the resentment, and fear. Next is clear the physical clutter from your home, because those are 2 huge things when you're talking about cleansing, right? So you can make room for the new. That's what you want to do. If you want to make room to create the new, you got to cleanse, right? Hi, Canwa. It's so great to see you. So the next one, I'm actually doing this, and I've made a list. Again, it's digital detox, right? So, we all have, I don't even want to tell you how many emails I have in some of my, I'm ready to, one of them, I'm ready to just hit select all and just delete everything, but I'm chickening out. But, I have to remember, I made that commitment to do things fast. I gave myself a time. So I am going to do that. There's a couple emails I'm going to take out. And one of these emails that is just one that I don't check, I'm just going to delete them all. Like one sweep, that's it. So you want to just look at your phone, right? How many photos do you have on there? Can you put them in albums? How about your screenshots? Can you just delete all that? So like one day, 30 minutes on your phone, 30 minutes for your emails. Like, just put it, or if you want to do twice a day, you want to do one email address in the morning and then one in the evening. Because even when you get into those emails, you'll have like the inbox and you have the different kinds, right? The promotion of those. There's just so many emails that we get every day. So, and especially if you're in business, even if you can't get to all of that, I would suggest getting the business email cleaned up, because you do not want to miss a new client or an opportunity or something really great because you're overloaded with emails, right? So if that should be first on your list. Anything on your iPad, your desktop, all the things you're saving, I remember I had a virtual assistant once, and she helped me just clean it up, right? Just boom, boom, boom. And it was just so easy, right? So if you need your help, get your help. I always suggest investing in help, right? Investing in yourself, right? 'Cause sometimes we can't do it all, right? We have families, we have lives, we're busy. Sometimes you have to get your help. And then speaking of, this is tip number 4, speaking of emails, unsubscribe, right? So, you may want to take one day or an hour or 30 minutes or just a day on the weekend and unsubscribe. You put say if you're getting something from one store that you don't shop in, put it in the search, check them all, boom, right? Unsubscribe first and then delete them all. So that's really great to just not, if you don't want unwanted services, you don't need them. Number 5, clean up your diet. Okay, so sometimes it's just nice to get present to see what's in your pantry, what's in your refrigerator, what are you eating? What kind of, look, one time I went through my prescriptions. I went into and I had this really great, I think Carol, you were in this one, the Cleanse, Clarity, and Create. I had a group coaching program, and one of the things I had everyone in the program do was, look at all your prescriptions, right? And then throw anything out that's expired. Right. And like we have all kinds of stuff in there. I couldn't even believe it was in there, but it felt good to get rid of it. Right. And then you kind of know what is this medicine? So it kind of gets you present to what you're putting in your body. It kind of gets you, present to all the stuff in your pantry and that maybe you don't even want anymore. And again, if you're struggling with maybe your diet and maybe not having the time to really eat good food, or, hire a nutritionist. There's so many kinds of diet programs. There's maybe your trainer, your gym has someone that can help you, right? I'm always a believer in creating a team around you, right? Because sometimes we need it. We cannot do life alone. We're on number 6. So now this is good. Audit your relationships. And I have this in my book. So sometimes, your life and your time is precious. Like you only get so many hours in a day and life goes really fast. So you don't want to waste time on toxic, draining relationships. So you really would just want to take an inventory of like the people who lift you up, that make you happy, right? That you like to be with. If you feel yourself like with those people that, don't value you, your time, they're maybe Debbie Downer or really focused on themselves and you just don't have the energy to give or the time, I just suggest like spending as little as time as you can, or just cutting them out of your life for a while or forever maybe. And you also want to do this with your social calendar. You really want to look, okay, is this something that I really want to do? Because I think sometimes we just agree to things, and, especially if you're like really on track with goals and things you have to get done and deadlines, or maybe a business, and you really got to see, is this going to advance me in my career? Is this going to be like with people that I'm excited to be with and happy to be with? Or am I just going because I have to? Because again, as much as, we want to make other people happy and be there for them, and that's great. Sometimes you have to conserve your own energy and just value your own time, right? You just have to value time, because time, again, is a beautiful thing. And sometimes we don't think we have enough of it, but we really can create more time. But we just have to be intentional of how we spend it, right? And this is the last one. So we're talking, when we're talking cleansing, spring cleaning, cleaning up your life, reset your wardrobe, right? So, I did this a few years back, I guess, God, it has to be 7 years now, when I got divorced. I had been a stay-at-home mother. I had been, I was married. I was running kids around every night of the week. And then I was going into the work world. I was ready to start interviewing. And I looked at my clothes. I'm like, well, what am I going to wear? I've been at baseball fields. And I did have some nice things. And I really had to take an inventory of what I had. And this is how I started my wardrobe reset and refresh. Years ago I did this, and then I remembered what I did. I kind of mixed and matched what I had, right? I really kind of said, okay, let me find some hidden gems in this closet. And I found them. It's amazing what you can find. Because sometimes I think we get used to, let me just get rid of this thing or sell it or donate it. And really start looking at all your pieces with new eyes. Can I really take this and repurpose this and wear it very differently than I wore it before, right? With a different pair of pants or a different jacket. So you want to look at your closet like that, with new eyes, you're going to go shopping. And it makes it much more fun than just going in your closet saying, I have nothing to wear. I'm going to go shopping to find those hidden gems hiding out. And then you're going to take your stuff, mix and match and repurpose. And that's what I do with my wardrobe reset service. Women are absolutely stunned when we start really taking out their pants and their shoes and their jackets and the handbags and the jewelry and the hats and the scarves, how much they really have. Wow, I do have a lot. And I never thought of putting that with that with that. I never in a million years would have put that together. So they're actually very stunned. And then by the time we finish the session, they're so excited. I have this brand new wardrobe. I absolutely love these outfits you created for me. So, you want to cleanse, of course, the things that you don't love. If there are things you have, or especially bad memories, or say you got divorced and just want to get rid of those clothes, that's fine, because you got to really love these pieces. What does Marie Kondo said? If you don't love it, doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. So you don't want to keep things you have. But if you think you kind of like it, but you maybe never had anything to wear with it, rethink that piece, right? Rethink that piece. Or call me, because that's what I do. And, I've been doing a lot of these virtually now, because I was only going into the home when we do our wardrobe reset and refresh. But now we can do it all virtually. The power of this Zoom now, right? So anyway, so that's what I wanted to share. Just, some really good tips on cleansing your life. And again, reminder that it all starts in here. What's happening between your ears is how the whole world looks to you, right? It's how everything looks. It's all in between your ears. So when you got to start on your mindset first. It's really the key to transformation. That's how I transformed my whole life, just, working on up here. And then I became a coach out of it. And now, I found my passion and my purpose. It's, just to help other people have their own transformation and start designing their life, living their life by design, not just going with it or feeling they have to do this or that, really just being intentional with their time and, really focused on what they're going to commit to do. And even those things in life, sometimes I'll have clients come to me that are very painful and they're hard to get over. But those things that give you the most pain, honestly, it's happened for a reason. And that's really sometimes what you want to, you're that person to contribute to other people that are going through that same thing. So whatever you had happen, your experiences and your things that are happening in your life help others, right? So sometimes it leads to a bigger purpose or a new passion, right? So when I got divorced, I started a business. I never, ever thought years ago I'd be a coach. It just kind of, I segue into it. I was first helping other women through the divorce process and after, and then it kind of turned into all women in midlife. So it's been an amazing journey. So think, all those things that no matter how bad they were, think about why it happened and how you can help other people get through that same thing. So anyway, take the time this spring, get out your agenda, get out your devices, and get things on your calendar. That's the key to getting things done as well. Getting the right support you need with your mindset, with everything. Whatever you need support, get it. And if I can help you in any way, let's do a coffee chat. I would love to hear what you're up to, like what you're designing and creating in your life, and I'd love to share how I can help you. So I'm so glad you joined in tonight, and I hope everyone has a super evening and a really powerful week. So ahead. Take care, all. Thanks for joining in. Bye-bye.